Welcome everybody to the Club at ADERO. Today we're going to do a myofascial stretch class, and I have a tennis ball today and a foam roller. Hopefully you have both. If not, you can come to the club and you can lease this equipment out. So I'd like to start off with just putting the tennis ball in between my feet, and I'm just going to take a nice inhale, and as I exhale I'm just going to flex my knees and just reach down to the floor. Just reach. Stretching that lower back and let those arms hang, and just kind of circle those arms and then reverse. And then you're going to come up nice and slow because you don't want a head rush. So as you're coming up, pull in your core and then roll your shoulders back. So I'm going to put the ball underneath the ball of my foot, okay? Because what we want to do is we want to stretch the fascia at the bottom of our feet. If any of you have ever had what they call plantar fasciitis, you'll know it's a connective tissue that's around the muscle. So it requires a little bit different stretch. And what we're going to do is we're going to anchor the heel on the right foot. And then I'm going to take the left foot behind me and then bend my right knee so I have a little bit more of my body weight going into the ball of my foot, okay? So there's two types of myofascial stretch. The first one is that you hold that, if you have a trigger spot or something super tight, then you would hold it for at least 60 to 90 seconds, nothing less, to release the fascia, okay? So I'm gonna hold it here for just a few seconds, but I want you to get the idea of how long you should hold it. So the more you lean in with that right knee, the more pressure underneath the ball of your foot, okay? So I'm going to come up to release, not hold it as long as I normally would in a longer class. And then the second stretch is that ball is going to go like the friction. It's going to warm everything up at the bottom of my feet. It's going to really activate the muscles, get everything stimulated. And actually it feels super good on the bottom of your foot. I really like it on the inside of my foot because that's where I have a lot of issues. And I can just feel the release right away, okay? So after I do that, I will come back and then I will put my toes on the ball and anchor my heel. And you want to think of like a bird. You're a bird on a perch and you're just grabbing that ball with your toes. You want to open up the joints of your toes and then lean in. And I have a tennis ball. You can start off with a real mushy ball or work yourself up to a golf ball. Some people, as they progress in the stretch, they need something harder surface. I like to stay with a tennis ball for me, but it's an option. There's several different things you can use. So as I'm pressing in and leaning my body forward, I can feel my toe joints just opening up and that fascia in between is just releasing. And I'm going to put a little bit more pressure because I need a little bit more pressure. And then I'm going to come out of it. So what I would do in class, I would go down right now and to have you pay attention to the difference of your left and your right foot, okay? But I'm not going to go down, I'm not going to go all the way down the stretch, I just want you to be aware of that. And so we're going to switch it up, we're going to go right into the left. Again, you want to put it on the ball of that foot, and you want to take your right foot back, and you want to lean in and really put the pressure on the ball of your foot. Really releasing that fascia that's around the muscle. Because when that connective tissue is tight, it holds a contraction of the muscle, and this is what's causing the inflammation. So we're trying to release the connective tissue, release the inflammation. This is what myofascial stretch does. So again, I'm not going to hold it for 60 to 90 seconds, but you know that's what we need to do. And then we're going to come out. And again, I'm going to have that friction. Waking up, everything on the bottom of my foot. I like to go to the inside and really work it out because it feels really good. Stretching and stimulating the bottom of your foot. So, everyone does things different. I've seen people circle, seen people just go side to side. And some people go, I don't need to do that, I just want to hold the stretch. It's up to you. So I'm going to go into my toes, and again, you want to be a bird on a perch and really hold on to that tennis ball Bring the right leg behind you and lean in. And the more you lean in with your body weight, the more you're going to stretch that connective tissue, myofascial tissue. And then I'm going to come out of it. So that's what we're going to do with the ball today. They'll probably do another class. You will see some more stretching with the ball, but today this is all I'm going to do with the ball. It's just the bottom of my feet. I'm going to go right now to the foam roller, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to come to the bottom of the foam roller. There's several ways you can get out. I just sit at the very bottom of the foam roller, bring both feet forward, and then you want to scoot all the way to the bottom, okay? Because we want to elongate that spine. So roll down nice and slow. And you want to make sure your head is completely in line with your spine. So your head is never ever hanging over the end of the foam roller. You want to just tap it back there and make sure your head is in line with your spine. So we're trying to elongate that spine. And you will feel the pressure. If you pay attention, you'll feel the pressure at the back of your head, your scapula, your upper back, your lower back, and it's aligning that spine, right? We're getting perfect alignment. And I want you to pull your chin a little bit. I want you to walk your fingertips down, like pull your shoulder blades down your back, and feel that foam roller just wrapping around your shoulder blades. It feels so good. So we're going to take an inhale. We're going to float those fingertips up and bring those hands behind you. And you're going to feel now the foam roller really, really going into the upper back, up to the top of the thoracic spine there. It just feels so good. And again, you would hold it. If you feel a trigger point, you would hold it for 60 to 90 seconds. So I'm going to move on so we can do a few more stretches. You inhale, exhale, release. Good. So now I want you to lead with your thumbs, and you're going to go back in what they call a Y. Opening up so you can feel the foam roller going down on the outside of your shoulder blades. Bring your elbows down into a W and really feel that foam roller being in the center of your spine. Okay, let's go right back out, nice and strong. And then bring those elbows down into a W. Good. We're going to do one more like that. So you inhale out, elongate, and exhale back in. And release down. So we're going to release one leg at a time. And then you're going to feel the foam roller really coming into the glutes a little bit more. But we're also going to do what they call a hip flexor stretch. Right through here. You can really feel the hip flexors get a nice release. If you're comfortable on the foam roller, open up. So you're really challenging your core, obviously on the foam roller, but you're really stretching your pec muscles. It feels so good. And remember, pull your shoulder blades down a little bit so you're wrapping that foam roller around your shoulder blades. And you'll get even deeper stretch. And I'm going to transition a little quicker because I have to show you a few more positions here. I'm going to bend my knees. And what I want you to do is just take a nice deep breath. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to gently turn your head to the right, but very slow. And you're going to work on that range of motion. You're going to get a beautiful stretch on the left side of your neck. So you want to inhale. As you exhale, go just a tad deeper. Try and really get that range of motion to the right side as much as you can. And you would hold it here for a little longer. And then you're going to come back to center. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, gently turn left. And now feel that nice stretch on the right side. It feels so good. Inhale. As you exhale, go just a tad more to the left. If you can, just to get a deeper stretch on the right side. And come back to center. So we're going to realign the lower joint, SI joint in the lower back. We're going to take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to imprint that lower lumbar spine right into the foam roller. You want to try and flatten out your back as much as you can. This is really getting into the fascia around the spine. All the muscles that surround the spine have tons of fascia, and this really helps release. And it also sets the joint. So take a deep breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, pull navel to spine. I want you to tilt the pelvis forward as much as you can that you're comfortable with, and really flatten out that lower back. And gently release. One more time. Inhale. As you exhale, again, pull that pelvis forward and hold. We're going to imprint for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. And then I like to take my feet a little bit wider because I have a better stance, a little stronger foundation. And I like to roll that foam roller all the way to one side, and inhale, exhale, follow it all the way to the other side. It is putting pressure on all my muscles across my back and my upper shoulders. And if you didn't want to go that deep, then you would just gently rock it. Just feel that nice, but pay attention to all the areas that it's hitting your back as you do this. It feels so good. So I'm going to gently roll off, nice and slow. And then I'm going to put the foam roller, actually I'm going to sit up, and I'm going to put the foam roller underneath my right calf. And again, you want to sit up tall because you want to keep that spine nice and tall. And you're going to rock your calf side to side, trying to feel any kind of ropiness or tightness. And right there, I have a really ropey feel in that calf. So that's where I will put the pressure. And if I wanted more pressure, I take my foot and place it on top. And really release that tissue that's surrounding that calf that probably is causing a lot of inflammation. Inflammation just means pain. So we're trying to break it up. And then you would do the same on the other side. So I'm going to roll down. I'm going to put the foam roller underneath my knees. I'm going to inhale, exhale, take it back nice and slow. Grab the foam roller all the way down. Keep the foam roller up by the glutes. And then you're going to take a nice deep breath. Inhale as you exhale. You're going to raise your hips or pike your hips. And you want the foam roller just above your sacrum, just above your tailbone. You never want the foam roller on any joints. So try and keep them away from the main joint. So remember in the beginning we did the hip flexor stretch? Well, this is a deeper one. Really, if you release one leg at a time, you're going to get an incredible hip flexor stretch all through here. This gets really tight from sitting a lot, computer. Even people that bike a lot get a lot of tightness in their hip flexors because they're always flexed. This really releases. If this is too much, then you would raise one leg and just do one leg at a time. Again, you would hold that. So I'm gonna bump it up. So I'm gonna bend both knees, and then I'm gonna bring one knee in at a time. And then I'm just gonna gently rock side to side. And just feel how good that foam roller feels as you take it from side to side. And you're getting a nice stretch in your spine at the same time. Now here it's tight, so it'll probably hold or make circles just to loosen up that fascia. You can really feel it tight. You have to explore a little bit, hold it longer or shorter, but really get into that muscle. And we're gonna come back to center. Inhale, align everything up nice and square, and then gently turn over. And if you pay attention, you're gonna feel that foam roller, the pressure right in that right hip, the right side of that glute. And then come back to center. I'm gonna drop one foot and extend the leg up, really stretching the back of the calves. I'm gonna lace my finger behind my knee, and I'm gonna push the back of my knee into my hand. And then I'm gonna flex and point. And then I'm gonna circle. Nice and slow, and then reverse that. Now I want you to bring your knee into your chest, lace your fingers. If you're paying attention where the foam roller is hitting you now, you've gone down on that lower back a little bit. You can really feel it working on that lower back. And then I'm going to bring my other knee to come in, drop my other foot down, extend that leg up, lace my fingers, press through the back of my knee, point and flex. And then circle. Reverse that circle. Do it deliberate. Really create a little bit more mobility in your ankles. Bring that knee into your chest. Again, feel the pressure as you push in with more of your body weight. How that foam roller is really releasing that fascia in your lower back. Bring both knees in. Sometimes you have to adjust that foam roller so it's not on your tailbone. Bring both legs up, point both feet, nice and strong. And then we're going to drop one foot at a time. And I want you to pike your hips up, right, all the way. Take the foam roller out. We're going to gently turn over. And you're going to take the foam roller and sit back into child's pose. Now when you have this foam roller, you can roll on the bottom of your hands. And we have fascia in every part of our bodies, and this feels really good. You can even turn it over and do your forearm, which is highly neglected. So really works out that connective tissue. And then you can go this way too. And then I just roll out with my hands completely as far away as possible, drop my head down, and let that foam roller just release. And then we're going to come back. So we're going to take the foam roller off on the diagonal and push away. I love this foam roller because it helps you support and hold the stretch a little longer, and you can go a little deeper. So if you want to push your left hand away, you're going to get a deeper stretch in the lower spine and your lats. Come back to center. I'm going to take it over to the other side. Inhale, exhale, let's take it out. And again, you'll be holding these stretches a lot longer than what I am today. And then we're going to come back up. And I just want you to sit on that foam roller now. So now we're sitting on the foam roller. And then just center up. Bring both feet forward. Both arms behind you. So all I want you to do is just kind of roll side to side. Going on that IT band a little bit, and then the other side. And then one more stretch real quick. We're going to bring that foam roller onto your thighs. And you're going to start off bringing your elbows all the way up. And you're going to start at the very top of your knee. And you're just going to go finding that ropey spot that we talked about. And hold it if you have to. And then go down a little bit further. And again, up and down. And then to the top, but not on the hip bone. And then you're going to come all the way up and all the way down. Turning your toes inside one time and then heels together. So you're hitting different areas of that thigh muscle. So you get the idea. I do this at least 10 times. And it really works out the thigh muscles. So we're gonna come up and we're gonna do that final stretch. So it's really good to have the foam roller. It stays there. You're gonna pick it up, nice wide feet. You're gonna inhale up, really stretch, over, inhale, exhale, bring it down to center. I just want you to rotate around and rotate around. Last thing, we'll take it up with a nice inhale, and on that exhale, just forward fold. See if you can get your hands flat on that foam roller. And then you're gonna come up nice and strong. And there we go.